But like I was saying, like mainly mainly over time is based on um, how can you develop and use those momentums to get you to your next goal. And like I was saying about the goals, is breaking them down in those 3 month layers. I really didn't
Mm-hmm.
do it. I really didn't do a good job last year of breaking them down. And plus, you know, opening a shop, not really knowing what you're not saying I didn't know what I was doing, but um, when you move from Atlanta and you're going back and forth from Atlanta to Kentucky, some lines can get
Mm-hmm.
blurred because Atlanta is just this super open environment, and you know a lot of movement. And when you try to create that same movement without the youth in a smaller town, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of look at it like, oh man, uh, it could be stagnant, you know what I mean? And you
I think just in that sense, it just takes more work.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. More like in Atlanta, you can literally go to a whole bunch of events, and this is what we did with our first pop up. That's why it was like crazy, two
Mm-hmm.
hundred 200 plus people at the first one in Atlanta, and we gradually built that over time. Um, but you just went to events and you popped up and you talked to people. It's social. It's like everybody's doing something. You told them about it, and it's like, man, they're coming out. No problem. You know. So yeah, that's the rundown of launching 2016, then going back overseas for 2017, then taking that whole big break, you kill momentum right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you don't know if you're going back to playing pro basketball, or you just want to do the wild thing stuff. And you know, it's over time, up and down. Like you can't really be up and down when you're trying to build a brand that people are trying to follow, because you confuse your community. You know what I'm saying? and
Yeah.
and, and that's where, you know, I think.
Especially when you boots on the ground. That's why I've always been attracted to brands that build their identity and community online because
Hmm.
you could literally do it from anywhere,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's almost like you should either start in and build out or start out and build in.
yeah, yeah. But see, that's the thing is like me. You know me. I'm more of a
For
vocal,
sure.
getting in front of people and kind of like,
Mhm.
you know, telling them what this thing's about. You know, um, and you already said it. I don't do a good job online of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Mhm.
you could say the marketing is good and everything, but being personable and letting people see inside of you, that's the reason. Like I'm halfway, recording this right now,
Mhm.
just to let people
For sure.
see like the dialogue of where everything comes from, and the build up to everything, because we got a couple we got some amazing moments in 2023 that we're doing, which it's going to be huge. And what I've stopped doing is, you kind of like tell everybody your movement before it sticks to the wall, and you can
Sure.
you can kind of kill some momentum there. So what I've stopped doing is that. And I think, when you don't have a team, you tend to like spill at the mouth because you want to just share it with someone. But now
Yeah.
now you have an internal team. You
You
can
could
kind
just
of
share it with
you
them.
can kind of filter it in and share it with them, and it
Mhm.
just be that people. And you say, man, like, let's not leak this information. Let's just go into it and build our community and build that momentum and build that storyline and build, just build that excitement around your community. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, and
Me
being an
too. That's
overall
why.
better leader.
Yeah, that's why the more you talk and the more you communicate with those people that are on the same page as you, the more you can filter out some of the conclusions that you make in your head that might be singular.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, you.
Because I know,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
mm, no, you good. I notice with like just me and the conclusions I come to in my head, like now I'm starting to I'm to just like put them everywhere and I kind of gauge them by, um, I kind of gauge them by not even the people I tell, but the information that I'm bringing in because I'm such a like, I'm not a recluse, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in my room
Nah, same.
and yeah, I'll be watching different shit and I'll be like, you know what, that is a good idea. This is a good idea. And I'll just start writing down shit anywhere or put it anywhere. And I'm like, okay, let me go reevaluate that idea I had yesterday
Mm-hmm.
and see if that will work or just see if this will work. And my whole thing with this picture shit that I've learned too, just by posting, it's like I with the details on how I was like just posting shit and
Yeah.
how my numbers was going up.
Yeah.
What I was doing, what I came to the conclusion was because I was like, I'm gonna do I'm gonna finish these photo sets because I hadn't posted for a while. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
finish these photo sets, and I had about 4 or 5 photo sets,
Yeah.
and I only dropped 3. I probably dropped 3 maybe,
Yeah.
but I was like, I need to find a dope way to just post this shit, and a lot of the ways when I was doing it before, it was cool, but I'm like, I need something that's efficient.
Yeah.
So what I did was I took the best one. I know I want to post the best one first,
Yeah.
which is the one of Kula, and then I was like, my whole formula is take take at least 5 photos, put them on my regular feed,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of the set is gonna go on my story.
Yeah.
And then what it does is, if you saw my post before my story, you saw my post before my story, you would see the stuff from the post,
Yeah.
and then you would go on my story and view the rest of the pictures from the set.
Yeah.
And then vice versa, if you saw my story, you would see all my story pictures and then go see the best pictures on my post.
Yeah.
And then it worked because the numbers on my story went up and the numbers on my page went
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And I started with the best one. So day by day, when I'm consistent, the numbers was either staying at the same pace or they was going up.
Yeah. I mean, but the numbers don't lie. You
As I
know.
posted.
Yeah,
Huh?
numbers never lie, and everything is formula. You know, everything is formula based to down to how you, like you said, how you post, how you even take your pictures, how we view things.
And people were
From the
super engaging, so I
yeah,
was like, "Oh, this works.
yeah.
I'm doing this." So now
But
it
but
gives
you
me more time to
but
create.
but not to cut you off, but look at like you
Mm-hmm.
just said, like you put together a formula of how you were gonna do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't do that. Most people just, hey, I'm gonna do this. They're not
Yeah.
strategic about like their formula or how they organize their plan. So that's really
Mm-hmm.
what makes anything successful is how you organize that plan and put everything together. You know what I'm saying? Just from design, from photo shoots to layout to, like you told me the other day, aesthetically, like what are we doing, or what story are you telling
Mm-hmm.
with the new garments. And then we came up with back to the basics,
Mm-hmm.
because we want to we kind of want to display how we started out, like telling that story, and not rushing, and not going along with what the masses is trying to say. That's why I changed it, because I had on the email that I sent
Mm-hmm.
you to the group, I had let's keep on trend, but it's like, line, let's take that trend word out of there, and let's just say let's how to stay on top of the fashion game of